How's it going, ladies and bruises? I'm Bobby Sixkilla and welcome back to Zero Escape VLR. We are looking for Quark, but we do have a plan now to find the killer. Concerning Luminol and a bracelet and an imposter and... You know what? Go watch the last episode if you haven't already. Let's just get into it. There are 3 dealers here too.
The same as what we found on the other side of the blue door.
But... it looks like 2 of them are already unlocked.
So it does. The center and rightmost doors both say open. Perhaps the layout here is different.
Whatever. Let's take the door on the right first. Okay. Oh, the Golem Bay. Cool. Well, we know this place. What's this room?
That looks like a workbench of some sort.
Maybe. But what sort of work? Well, we're here to find Quark, not look at workbenches. Look at a workbench. Let's go check out far end, alright?
Very well.
Nothing. He's not here either. Hey Kay, how's it going over there? Kay? Can you hear me? Kay was bent over with his back to me, peering underneath the thing that looked like a workbench. What the hell? I walked towards him as I spoke. Hey man, what's going on here?
Oh, nothing.
I bent down and saw he was staring at something that appeared to be a safe. It's empty.
Yes.
Was there something in there before?
No, it was empty when I found it.
Was it?
Yes.
Then what are you doing staring into an empty safe?
I was thinking. Specifically, I was thinking about who opened this safe.
Wouldn't that have been the team that went through the green door? I think that was Dio, Phi, and Clover.
No, that's unlikely. When we met up with Dio, he told us that he had been in the treatment center. The nameplate on the store says this is the Golem Bay, however.
So you're saying they didn't go here?
I believe that is the case. Which, as you can see, is why I was puzzled. If Dio, Phi, and Clover did not open this safe, who did?
That is a bloody good question. Quark, perhaps? Well, there's no point thinking about it. The robot's not here either, though, so maybe the robot opened it. Maybe the imposter is a robot. Maybe Kay's a robot. He acts like one. We should get back.
Yes, and there was another unlocked door, wasn't there?
Yep. Let's get moving then. The treatment center. Have we been in here before? I don't think we have. Oh wait, yes we have, real early on. So this is the treatment center, huh?
This is the room that Dio visited.
Don't you think that's kind of strange? Until now, all the chromatic doors have led to a single room each. So why are there 2 rooms on the other side of the green door?
An excellent question.
We can talk to the others later, I guess, and see if they know anything? Kay and I split up and began to look for the places where Quark might have hidden, or small holes he might have escaped through. I don't think we've ever solved this room though. Although I don't remember. Huh? What are these?
They must be the treatment pods Dio mentioned.
The window's all covered with frost on the inside. I can't see in.
Shall we open it?
Yes, might as well. Have at it. Have at you! Haha!
What?
Quark. No. Oh no. His bracelet, it's... oh god.
Hold on, Sigma. Calm down. Look at his chest. Can you see it moving?
What? I quickly pressed a finger to Quark's wrist. It was faint, but his heartbeat was there. He's alive. He's alive.
What a relief.
How did he get his bracelet off then?
I'm so glad to know he's safe.
I laughed out loud and grabbed Kay in a bear hug, or at least as much of one as I could manage. He patted me on the back and shared what I thought might have been a relieved chuckle. But if he's still alive, why is his bracelet off? Zero Jr. said it would only come off when you died.
Perhaps Zero Sr. took it off?
What? Why?
I have no idea.
Then maybe Zero Senior brought Quark here and put him in this pod thing too? Well, even if he did, we don't have any way to know why.
This pod is for medical treatment. Perhaps Quark has contracted some sort of illness.
He's sick? What has he got?
Well, how would I know that? In any event, we should return and let the rest of our companions know that we found Quark.
Tenmyoji's gonna be
I
stoked.
imagine Tenmyoji in particular will be pleased.
Yeah, I bet. Do you think you can carry him or?
No, I believe it would be best to leave Quark here. As I mentioned, there is a chance he has fallen ill. If so, then removing him from the pod would be dangerous.
Agreed.
The treatment he is currently undergoing could be compromised.
Probably close it again too.
I'll close the pod's cover then. Is that
Good
all
plan.
right?
Yep. Sure. Alright. We're getting somewhere, I think. Wait, I just thought of something. Are you sure he's gonna be alright?
What do you mean?
Well, what happens if he wakes up? Can he open that thing on his own?
He'll be fine. I noticed a lever inside that can be used to open the cover. So long as no one locks the pod, he should be able to leave whenever he wants.
But if someone locks him in, he's screwed.
Yes, that is what I said. But you needn't worry. You see? I have not engaged the lock. Now, we should return to the Floor B warehouse. I imagine the others are already there.
Right, yeah. Okay, let's go. My god, it's so far to walk now. We have to travel a long way to get anywhere now. Back to warehouse B.
You're late.
You're one to talk. How much earlier did you get back again? I'd be surprised if you searched at all.
This is it?
Yeah. Clover and Tenmyoji still aren't back.
So, find anything?
Yeah, we sure did.
Yeah? Well, go on, spill it.
I explained to them how we'd found Quark in the treatment center.
I see. Oh, that's good to hear.
Jerk, making us all worried.
There is more.
And that is?
There is still some cause for concern.
Just spit it out.
Quark may have contracted an illness of some sort. As such, he has been left in the treatment pod.
Will he be alright?
Yeah, he'll probably...
Do you even...
Whatever, at least we found him. Pretty lucky he's alive, too.
What do you mean by that?
I mean what I said, genius. I'm glad he's not dead, aren't you?
As equivocal as ever, I see.
Kind of you to say so.
So, was Quark all you found? The way you were talking made it sound like there was something else.
Yeah, I'll explain that after Tenmyoji and Clover get back. There's something I wanted to ask you about first, though. When you went through the green door, did you search 2 different rooms?
2?
No, just the treatment center.
I see. Then what was the other one?
What do you mean, the other one?
You know, there's that intersection with 3 doors. Well, when Kay and I went there, 2 of the doors were unlocked. You guys unlocked the one and went through the treatment center, and you went through the green door. But the other one.
Who could have opened it?
Don't look at me. I told you, we only opened the one that went to the treatment center.
Could it have been Zero Senior?
I don't know.
So did you and Kay go through the other door?
Yeah,
What was in there?
nothing really.
It appeared to be some sort of room for servicing something.
That doesn't make any sense. So what the hell was whoever opened that door looking for?
Who knows? But the safe was empty, you could probably tell them that. That's probably an important thing to mention.
Tenmyoji and Clover are running rather late. Should we go and look for them?
No! There's something I want to check
It's
first.
never easy with you, is it?
Well, let's get it over with.
What have we done?
Huh.
This is the rec room. Dio and I came here earlier when we were looking for Quark.
So why are we here?
Was there something here you needed to see?
I said nothing and instead made my way over toward the cabinet. Inside was the luminol. I reached in and pulled it out, then headed to the light switch and flipped it. The room went dark and I headed back to where the others were still standing.
Whoa, what is this? You gonna start telling ghost stories or something?
Why, you scared of ghosts?
You're kidding me, right?
Then show me how brave you are. Stick out your bracelet. You two fight, please.
Our bracelets?
Yeah, I want to see the underside of
What do
them.
you mean by that?
I mean the side on the bottom. The side that doesn't have a display on it. Come on, you really gonna make me explain this?
I know what you mean. What I'm asking is what the hell you think you're...
Just do it. It's not hard.
Should I also participate?
Yes. No, you're fine, Kay. Your bracelet is a little different from ours. But I'll join in just to make it fair. There was a brief moment of hesitation before Dio and Fi stuck out their arms. I held mine out as well, wrist pointed upward.
This okay?
Yeah, just hold it like that for a moment. As fast as I could, I pulled the luminol from my pocket and sprayed it across all three of our wrists.
Ugh, cold. What the hell, man?
Dio jerked his arm back with a shout. Don't see anything glowing. Fi's bracelet is clean. So is mine, of course.
That leaves only Dio.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'll explain in a minute. Just show me your bracelet. Something wrong? Just show it to me. Come on, Dio, we don't have time for this.
Why do I have to do what you tell me to?
Because I'm trying to prove your innocence.
Oh, like hell you are. I don't know what you're looking for, but you're not gonna find it on me.
Then just show me your arm.
No, you don't get to order me around. I have rights.
No, you don't. As he spoke, Dio made a break for the exit. He didn't get far.
I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Dio.
He spun around toward the other exit.
Right!
Stop him.
Don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
All three of us leaped at Dio. Check his bracelet. Yep, that's him. His bracelet's glowing. Then that means...
Let me go! Get off of me, you fuckers!
Dio, you killed the old lady.
No! You don't understand. This is all some kind of... a mistake. Shit!
What's going on here? I think it's about time you gave us the full story.
As quickly as I could, I explained to Fi and Kay what I'd noticed on the old woman's wrist. Kay already knew.
So the person with the bloody bracelet would have to be the person who killed her.
Yes. Exactly. Even if they wiped it off, I figured the Lumina would still react to the blood. Looks like I was right. Lock him up. We got you, Dio. You might as well confess. Well?
Alright, fine. You caught me. I did it. I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet.
Why?
Are you Zero?
No. I was under orders. I was sent here to do something.
To do what?
Who gave you this order?
I'll die before I tell you.
Kill him then. So your orders were more important than Alice and Luna's lives.
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I killed the old lady, but that's it. I don't know anything about what happened to Alice and Luna.
That wasn't you?
Tread carefully, Sigma.
Of course it was him.
This man is not to be trusted. He has already shown he is willing to lie and kill.
Come on, I'm telling the truth. You gotta believe me.
What difference does it make? You're
Even
a
if
killer.
we do believe you, you're still a killer.
Exactly.
You just haven't killed as many people.
Exactly. He should be restrained somehow. If we leave him be, he may well kill again.
But where would we put him?
Is there a room we can lock or anything?
The treatment center. We'll put him in one of the treatment pods.
Ah, perhaps we could put him in one of the treatment pods.
And
Once
lock
we've
it.
locked it, he should be unable to escape.
Hey, wait!
Oh yeah.
I'll be good, I promise.
Fuck you, man. Yeah, I think you're onto something, Kay. Let's go with that.
Come on, please. Hey, listen to me.
We'll let you out when the white door's open. Someone's gonna need your bracelet to open the secondary door.
Don't fuck with me, you guys. There's no way in hell I'm going in that thing. Let go! Let me go!
You're never gonna be able to stop Kay.
God damn it! Told you assholes to let me go! You can't do this! Stop! Stop! Please stop! Please! No, you can't! Ah!
Stick him in the pod. Bye-bye.
Open this fucking thing! I said open it, goddammit!
I don't think so.
Ugh, you're gonna pay for this! When I get out of here, I'm gonna fucking end you!
So, I guess you figured out who the murderer was. And we found Quark.
Now all that's left to do is find Clover and Tenmyoji.
Yeah.
Why don't we head back to the warehouse and start from there? They may
High
have
fives all
already
around, I
returned.
think. Good point.
Go.
We should be pretty stoked with ourselves right now. I'm pretty stoked right now. Good outcome. Good outcome. You're still gonna have to deal with the white chromatic doors, unfortunately, but other than that, we're good. Where is Clover and Tenmyoji? Huh. Looks like they aren't back yet.
Perhaps they went to look for us.
Oh man. Now we've got to go look for them.
How much time until the white doors open?
50 minutes.
Then I don't think we really need to hurry yet. Why don't
No.
we wait a little longer? For all we know, they're on their way back right now.
Why don't we leave one person here and the rest of us go look? Kay and I nodded.
By the way, there was something I wanted to ask you guys about.
Hmm? Oh yeah?
Yeah. Quark's bracelet.
Yeah, it's gone.
When we found him in the pod, he wasn't wearing it. Why?
How should I know?
Presumably, it had been taken off before we found him.
So we have no idea where it is.
No. Pretty much.
I see. That's not good. Without that bracelet, we won't be able to continue the game.
Yeah, that's true, because he's a red solo, right? What?
We need 3 bracelets to open the secondary door. If we lose one...
Oh no. We wouldn't be able to go through the secondary door.
Yeah.
Who would be pairing up with Quark?
Quark's bracelet should be a red solo. That would mean he'd be with the cyan pair.
Who's the cyan pair?
Clover and Tenmyoji.
The 2 people who are missing.
Ah.
Quark's bracelet is gone, and his 2 teammates have disappeared.
What's going on? Does that mean Clover and Tenmyoji took the bracelet?
Well, if they found Quark before you did, yeah, there's a good chance they did.
But Tenmyoji wouldn't, like, forcibly take the bracelet from Quark. He would never do that to him. And why aren't they back yet?
Perhaps they've already gone through the white door.
But it's not open yet. That's not possible. The primary door hasn't even opened yet.
Perhaps someone opened one of them.
How?
I don't know, but it's happened before. Remember the 3 doors on the other side of the green door?
Yeah?
Someone made one of them open. Perhaps this is the same thing.
But that's against the rules.
Yes, I know. But if the person opening the doors is Zero Senior, do you really think the rules matter?
No.
Zero Senior controls the entire game.
So are you saying Clover or Tenmyoji is Zero Senior?
It is a possibility.
Of course it is.
It would explain why they still haven't shown up.
Could they really have taken Quark's bracelet and gone through one of the white doors?
If they did, we won't know where they went until the doors are open for the rest of us.
So I would assume.
Okay. This is still all just speculation though. Maybe we should go look for them again. One of us can stay behind so we don't miss them if they come back.
Okay, I'll stay.
Sigma and I will go see if we can find them then.
Make sure you get back 5 minutes before the door opens, alright? Oh, and don't forget to bring Dio with you.
Of course. Can we just knock his ass out? Why don't we just chop his arm off and take the bracelet with us? So we don't have to deal with his face. It's only his face part that I don't want to have to deal with, you know? I hear something. This is the pantry.
So it would appear.
Hang on a second. That's a cat. Well, it looks like they're not here.
When we started looking for Quark, they were sent off to search everything beyond the red door, which would have meant this room.
Not gonna do us any good to hang around here, though. Let's head upstairs.
Very well.
We're not gonna find them, are we? Back in the lounge. No one here either, huh? Timmy Urgy loves scotch so much. I thought we might find him here, drinking some. It was around that time that I noticed Kay was acting strangely. He was staring at a shelf of alcohol in a way that I could probably describe as blankly, if I could have actually seen his eyes. Hey, what's up? You want a drink?
Oh, no. Well, I would enjoy a drink, but this mask...
Right. Sorry, that sucks. Honestly, I'd gotten so used to the suit I'd kind of forgotten you were wearing it. Why the heck did they make you wear that thing anyway? You still don't remember anything?
Well, actually, I did remember a little.
Really?
Yes,
What did you remember?
my father.
When did you remember that? Did it just pop out of nowhere? Is that like a terrible pun you're going to put up right there?
Please, don't joke. This is serious.
Sorry. So you remember who your father was?
Yes,
What about your mum?
I don't seem to have one.
Oh, so your dad raised you?
Well,
He's one of the golems, isn't he? Kay stopped for a moment, then calmly folded his hands in front of him.
I was raised in the facility where my father worked. He was the only person who worked there, which meant he was the only person I saw until I was older. That had been the situation for as long as I could remember, though, so I never thought it odd.
He wouldn't allow me to go near him while he was working, but the only times he wasn't working were the times when he was sleeping. As such, the only communication I had with him was with the education software he'd given me. I suppose I was a fairly expressionless child then. We developed body language to communicate with others, and with no one else to communicate with, I suppose it makes sense. Once I learned to read and write, I began to realize that my situation was not normal. Many of my books mentioned a mother as a part of a family, and in several, the mother, father, and children would eat meals together and talk to one another. Soon I found myself longing for a mother of my own. Someone who would always be with me, who would scold me if I did something wrong. At night, they would read to me before bedtime. If only I had a mother like that, I thought, I would be so happy. So for the first time in my life, I asked my father for something. He had finished working and, as usual, was making his way towards his bedroom when I stopped him and asked for a mother. He looked at me silently for a long moment before finally responding, "Okay." I remember to this day how happy I was at that moment. A few months later, he called me into his laboratory. It was the first time he'd ever done anything like that. My heart was beating quickly as I stepped inside. Standing next to him was a young woman, and my hopes soared. But when he said her name, or rather her ID number, they were dashed. He'd given me a robot to play the part of a mother. I didn't want a mother that was just a machine who did what a human told her to. When I told my father that, he looked surprised for the first time in my life. Then he frowned, coughed, and admonished me for being a whiner. He'd never scolded me for anything before. At first I was surprised, then angry. Hot tears streamed down my face. My father ordered the robot to take care of me and shoot us out of his lab. The robot was very convincing, and she smiled and spoke as if she was a real person, but I refused to answer her and locked myself in my room. You can talk to a robot and it will respond, but in the end you're still talking to a machine, not a person. If that was what I wanted, I still had the education software my father had given me. When I ignored the robot as it tried to take care of me, it looked sad. It couldn't really be sad, of course, it was only programmed to look that way. A robot's facade of sadness didn't mean anything to me. After that, I stopped expecting anything from my father. We never really spoke to begin with, so it was easy enough for me to make sure we never saw one another. I lived my life as if he didn't even exist. Perhaps it seems strange to you that I continued to live with him, but I never considered leaving. Perhaps in the hidden depths of my heart I longed for a relationship with my father. Everything changed when I was 18. I left my room one morning to find a woman standing outside of it. She was the first human I'd ever seen, apart from my father, and I was understandably surprised. For a moment I thought my father had created a new robot, but when I told her that, she laughed and explained that she'd come to help him. As it turned out, she was a very mysterious person. She was much older than I was, but something about the way she behaved was almost girlish. She would tell me stories about the world outside in such a way that I was never sure if she was telling the truth or making up fantastic lies. Ultimately though, the truth didn't matter. I loved her stories. She wasn't helping my father directly with his research, so I spent most of my days with her. Before long I discovered she'd known my father when he was young. She told me stories of how he'd fallen in love as a younger man, and I had begun to imagine the person he'd fallen in love with had been her, and that she was, in fact, secretly my mother. After she settled in with us, our long-established routine began to change drastically. First we started to eat together. Before then I'd never shared a meal with anyone in 18 years. She scolded me for my table manners, or more accurately, my lack thereof. If I was going to eat with others, she said, I would need to be more polite. Having eaten alone for my entire life, manners had never been something I'd ever thought about. My father got in trouble too, when he made the mistake of reading through research papers during dinner. The look of surprise and embarrassment on his face made me burst into laughter. I couldn't remember the last time I'd shared a laugh with my father. It might have been the first time. The room we considered our living room changed too. Before it had just been another room. She made it comfortable. After we finished our dinner, I would sit on the sofa and relax with her, and my father. Those times were the ones I cherished the most. For a little while, every day I got the family I'd longed for ever since I was a child. At her suggestion, I started helping with my father's research. He specialized in genetic engineering, and I discovered that I had an interest in it as well. Time faded away as I lost myself in research. Now that we were working and studying together, my father and I had a great deal to talk about. For the first time in my life, we began to speak with one another like a father and son. Whenever I impressed him with something I'd learned, I felt a surge of happiness, and it drove me to study even harder. My days felt full, right, and meaningful, but most importantly, I was happy. 4 years passed in the blink of an eye, until one day I happened to overhear my father and the woman speaking in the laboratory. Their tone was serious, so I listened closer, curious to know what they were talking about. That was when I heard her say that she planned to give her life to achieve her goals. It was clear that she wasn't being metaphorical. She would have to die. I was in shock. The research I had thrown myself into would lead to her death? I asked my father to stop his research immediately. He refused to listen. She agreed with him. She told me that she had been prepared for what she had to do since the day she came to our facility. My father had known about it from the beginning, as well. Angry and disappointed, I began to investigate what exactly the research I'd been helping with was working toward. Perhaps, I thought, I could figure out a way to keep her alive. I discovered much more than I bargained for. To begin with, I learned that the ultimate success of my father's research would require a good deal of sacrifice. And I also learned that my own existence was just another part of his project. I'd been created to function as my father's spare. If he died during his research, I was intended to continue it in his place. I was stunned. I was furious with my father, and with her, and even with the research I'd poured myself into for 4 years. There was only one thing to do: destroy the facility and end my father's horrible research once and for all. I made plans to destroy the main reactor, and with it the entire facility. But she saw right through me. My father was livid and locked me in my room until his research was complete. All I could think of was how I might stop him. She did her best to convince me that I'd misunderstood, that everything would be fine. As much as I wanted to believe her, I remembered in the back of my mind that she had been the one who pushed me to become involved in my father's research. Had that been an earnest desire to give me something to do with my life, or... Still, I couldn't bring myself to hate her. She'd given me a reason to live. Even if she'd conspired with my father to mold me into his replacement, the warmth she'd shown me had been real. She made me feel as if I had real family, and that was something I would have given up for the world. I wouldn't have given up for the world. Goddamn. I pleaded with her to leave, but she quietly shook her head. There was someone very special to her, she told me. He had saved her life once, and she felt her death would help to repay the favor. She would have liked nothing more than to marry him and live a happy, normal life together, but she couldn't. For his sake, she said, and for the sake of the future she had wanted, she was determined to see my father's research succeed. I realized then that although she was the most important person in my life, there was someone more important than me and hers. She tried to explain that beyond what we could see was a future where no one would have to die, but I refused to listen. What good was a potential future to me? It was what I had now that I wanted. I couldn't stand to think that she would give her life for a man I'd never even seen. So I shut myself off from the world. Perhaps that is why I lost my memory. Well, that was all very intense. Kay let out a deep, tired sigh.
I'm sorry. I lost track of time.
It's okay.
Not having any memories is less than desirable, but it could be argued that regaining them is almost more taxing.
So you remember almost everything?
No, the details are still indistinct, especially more recent events.
Huh?
Sigma, I'm sorry, but would it be alright if I laid down for a bit?
What's wrong? Has he got
don't
radical
feel very
six?
Well. It
God
must
damn.
be because I remembered so much so quickly. My head feels like it's going to explode.
Oh my god, that's radical 6. He's infected.
Yes, I think I just need to rest.
Okay. Take as long as you need. I'll go look for Clover and Temioji myself.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Kay lowered himself heavily onto the red sofa in the corner of the room. Well, guess I better get moving then. Alright, we are out of time for that, but that was a huge lot of information about Kay and his backstory. So that's pretty cool. I stepped out of the room and nearly ran into fire. We're going to wrap it up here, obviously, we're out of time for today. But we got a lot of information about Kay, even though I don't trust his ass after he betrayed the shit out of us and left us all to die, the son of a bitch. I can't wait to find that key. We need that key that unlocks him, and then unlock him, and then see what he actually looks like. Maybe he's one from 999. Maybe he's one from the past that we do know. Guess we'll find out eventually. Till then, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.